Hey Jellybeans, for today's video, I had an interesting request from one of you. I'll put it right up here in the corner. Someone asked for me to try to take the pencil out of the little squishies. Now, this squishy here is one of my longtime squishies. As you could tell, he's had a lot of damage. So I'm not too overly concerned about getting him ruined. Now, to be fair, I have never removed pencil from a squishy before, so this was a learning example for me. I brought some colored pencils and also a regular pencil too. And I'm sorry I haven't posted for a while, everybody. I've been feeling a little under the weather. If you couldn't tell by my voice, I'm really like out of breath easy and coughing a lot, so bear with me. But to start, let's get right into it. I'm just going to doodle on the little squishy. If you come up with a name for him, let me know. Usually I use my favorite red squishy, which is Frederick. So this one, he's a little cloud squishy. And I don't really know where to start. I guess we could just... To the person that did this, I know that you said don't ask, but how did you even get... I'm like having a hard time getting pencil marks on this squish. Like, how did you get pencil marks on your squishy? And don't worry, everybody. I know you all love the spa day so much, so I'm going to be taking him to the spa as well. Okay, so I think I got some good marks of the regular pencil. Now let's do a colored pencil. Let's do red, because red is like impossible to get out of anything. Okay. I'm so sorry, little squishy. Squishy reminds me of like a Bob or like a Dennis or maybe a Steve even. But if you come up with a name for him, let me know. I'm just gonna try some of this dark purple. How did you get pencil on your squishy? I have so many questions, but you said don't ask. Oops, sorry. Camera's shaking a little bit. The purple is not showing up on there at all. Let's maybe try a blue. Kind of like stabbing the poor little guy. There's a little blue coming off. And I'm assuming like the way you don't want to take this off is with an eraser. I can imagine that's like counterproductive. It probably will leave streaks and stuff. And just so you know, these are Prismacolor pencils, so they have extremely good, what's the word? Oh gosh, what's that word? Where they leave like a really bright color, like they have really good pigment. That's the word. So for them to not even be showing up on this squishy, maybe let me try the back. I don't understand why it's not. Okay, so let me try maybe a colored pencil on the back. The orange is showing up a little bit. Okay, well, I think he looks dirty enough. I don't know if you could see if there's much of a difference on there. It's a little redder. And again, sorry, I'm super like breathy today. I had bronchitis for 3 weeks and then got COVID for 2 weeks and just been kind of out of it. Okay, so let's try an eraser first, just to try an eraser. So, like I predicted, the eraser is just making it way worse. Oh my goodness. It's just leaving little shreddy marks and it's ruining the squishy. It's like peeling the squishy. That's not good. So erasers are a no. Now let's take him to the spa and hopefully some nice warm soapy water and some relaxation and a makeover will give him exactly what he needs. To the spa. I am so happy that the spa was open today and that we could get our little buddy in. So I think what we'll start off with is a nice little soapy bath, and then we'll end up having him rest a little bit, and then we'll put some new paint and some cornstarch on there. Hopefully we'll get him looking brand new. So buddy, first up, let's get you some nice soapy water. I feel like his eyeballs are gonna pop off. Oh, look at it's working. Do you see that? Or maybe that's just his eyeballs. Do you think it's the pencil though? Some of the pencil is coming off. Let's get some off of the back. The orange. And you kind of have to scrape it with your nails. You might have to take a little bit of the layer off. Let's stick them back in there. Nice. Soak for a little bit. So after scrubbing him a little bit, he looks a little better, but I'm gonna take a little cloth and I'm just gonna gently kind of rub him a little bit. His eyeballs are almost completely gone. You could see there's still some dark spots, especially like that eraser, trying to erase it did some damage. And he still has like some discoloration of blue, like right here. The orange is almost completely gone on the back, but you can still see the blue faintly in the red. So what I'm going to do, maybe use some rubbing alcohol. I've never used rubbing alcohol in a squishy before, but we shall see. It's really good at getting the color out. So I'm just gonna dab a little here. And let's see if this helps at all. Get rid of the color. It's working. It's getting rid of some of the blue. And it's getting rid of some of the fuzziness. Like that was the damage that was from the eraser. One thing of note is the plain pencil. This is like completely gone. But the colored pencils, if that's what you had on it, are completely just like have absorbed into the squishy. And I wanted to use a white squishy to kind of show how the pigment would stay on there. So that toned it down a tiny bit. I'm gonna dip him in the little bath just to get that rubbing alcohol off of him. So back into the little bath. Just to get that rubbing alcohol off. Oh, and there's I'm sorry. Your eyeball. I'm just gonna scrape off his face. We'll get him a new face. Oh boy, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, you can see this, like, where that eraser, it really did a number on the squish. Okay, one more little dip. Let's get that cloth back out. Okay. So one thing I'm deciding to do is to run him underwater. I put some of the soap on him, and I'm gonna get, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna try to get those fuzzies off. his face is completely gone. Okay, you can see all the fuzzies. That's from like the pencil marks or the eraser marks. But hopefully running them under some water will get those fuzzies off. The little soap. So far looking a lot better. So much better. So now after all that trauma, we're gonna tuck our little buddy into bed. Hope you're falling off your little mat there, buddy. I don't even know where his eyes are, so we're just gonna put the little cucumbers where I think his eyes should go. Here's a little towel for his head to dry off. And then we got us a little blanket. So we're just gonna give him a little bit of time to enjoy the spa, to relax a little bit, then we'll be right back to give him a makeover. Okay, so now that he's all dry, he's a little sticky. So I have his little brush, and I'm going to do some cornstarch here. We're just going to brush him with some cornstarch to help get that stickiness. I know some people use baby powder as well. Then your squishies have a nice little fresh baby scent, but for me I just use cornstarch. Someone told me you could use like any starch really, but I don't think you should use tapioca or something like that, because then they'll get kind of sticky. Okay, so you just starch them down a little bit. Now he's dry. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, and let's do his makeup. I'm gonna use acrylic paint. So let's start with, let me get some of this excess powder off. There we go. Now I'm going to use a little dotting tool to apply his new makeup. Let's see. One eyeball. And, oh god, I'm making that eye really big. Actually kind of like it bigger though. Oh, look at his little face. I'm going to do a little mouth right here. Where the mouth is. He looks like he's happy. Put a little bit right here. A little bit right here. Actually gonna do a little darker pink. Mix it up a little bit. Right on his face. I have really big rosy cheeks. Okay. And he will be all better. Okay, so now our buddy is all dry. He's actually really, really cute. I didn't expect him to be this adorable. The only thing is, if you could see, there's like quite a bit of fuzz residue. I know that squishies, after you put this cornstarch on, you play with it a little bit, some of that goes away. But in this spot right here, I don't know if you could see, I used the eraser and it really damaged the squishy really bad. So things I've learned from this experience: 1, do not draw with pencil on your squishy. 2, don't try to erase it afterwards with an eraser. That causes damage to the squishies. Number 3, rubbing alcohol does work on the squishy to lighten the color, but it also will make it extremely sticky afterwards, and you just got to be careful. Soap and water worked really well with this, especially running it under the water. And acrylic paint did really well. So that's kind of what I could take from it today, but again, I hope that this helped. I'm not a squishy pencil removing expert. So if you have a name for this guy, comment down below. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell for more. Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye.